When you think nothing is working, look again. What if the thing you've been waiting for is already here? Not coming, not almost here, already here, and you just couldn't see it. This week that happened to me, and it taught me something I thought I already knew about focus, about manifestation, about what stress actually does to your ability to receive. Stick with me, because by the end of this, you're going to look at your own life very differently. So earlier this month, money was moving out fast. Bills were coming in and money was going out. Responsibilities were piling up and I didn't feel like myself. And on top of that, there was a company that owed me several months of back pay, money I had been waiting on for a long time. So naturally, my mind started connecting the dots. That's why things felt tight. That's why things don't feel right. That's why I felt behind. Here's the thing though, and this is important. I was so focused on what hadn't arrived yet that I completely stopped noticing what had. Have you ever been so focused on a problem that you walked right past the solution? That's exactly what happened. One of my tenants called me and asked, "Hey, did you cash the check I sent you?" "What check?" I said. Turns out there was an $845 check sitting in a pile of unopened mail for 2 weeks. It had been there the whole time, and I'm looking for money. And around that same time, the company that owed me all those months of back pay, they came through and paid 5 of those months, with the rest coming this month. Help wasn't missing. It was already here. I just wasn't looking in the right direction. Now, the same week, my washer broke. My first thought was, get it fixed. About 20 minutes after the repair technician left, I went to wash a load of clothes and the washer flooded the room. I didn't panic. I recorded it immediately and sent the video to the company. And after that, things moved fast. That moment reminded me of something. Sometimes things don't need force and aggression. They just need more clarity. One clear, calm action, documented, communicated, did more than any amount of worrying would have. Here's the part that really got me through. And this is something Abraham Hicks, Neville Goddard, Dr. Joe Dispenza all point to in different ways, but it hits differently when it shows up in your real life. I had been watering the lack plant. That's the best way I can describe it. Every day I was giving attention, more energy, more focus, my emotion to what was delayed, what was missing, and what I was worried about. And while I was doing that, life was quietly moving things into place. Here's why this matters, even if you've never heard of the attraction laws or the assumption laws. When you're stressed, your nervous system shifts into survival mode. And in that state, your brain literally becomes a problem scanner. It's looking for something wrong. What's late? What's missing? What's unsafe? It's not doing this to hurt you. It's trying to protect you. But the side effect is you can overlook support that is already there. Not because life stopped helping you, but because your focus has narrowed. Neville Goddard's teacher, Abdullah, used to say, what you assume to be true becomes your experience. And when you assume lack, you experience lack, even when abundance is sitting in a pile of unopened mail. After I found that check and made that deposit, something shifted in me, and there was an investment opportunity I had been thinking about, and $500 is all I needed to get started. I didn't move on it because I wanted my finances in order first. So I deposited the $845 check through my phone, and my bank made $500 available that same day, the rest the following day. I just had to laugh because life didn't show me the whole picture all at once. It showed me exactly what I needed for the next aligned step. This is not coincidence. This is how this works. And then something else happened that I didn't expect, something that completely changed how I see a pile of stuff sitting in my house. If I had found that check earlier, I probably wouldn't have had this idea to do a yard sale. But now I'm genuinely excited about it. After my mom passed, and just over the years in general, I've accumulated so many things, good things, beautiful things, glassware, clothes, books, furniture, office supplies, exercise equipment, electronics. And I used to donate them, just give them away. And now I see them as things waiting to be moved, to be useful again, to someone who needs them, and to come back to me in the form of money. And one of those things I'm most excited about, I'm setting up one of the TVs in the garage sale to loop my children's video books. I already have a classroom set up in the garage. I have a big ABC rug, a small table and chairs, so the kids can sit and watch while their parents browse. That's not just a yard sale. That's a little world I'm creating. And it came out of what I first saw as a setback. If the washer hadn't broken, if the money hadn't felt tight, I never would have come up with the yard sale idea. The things that stressed me out ended up opening a door. So here's what this week reminded me, and maybe it's a reminder for you too. Everything is always working out, even when it doesn't look like it yet. Sometimes the answer is already in the mail. Sometimes the money is already on the way. Sometimes the solutions have arrived while you're focused on the problem. Your one job isn't to force it. It's to stay open enough to see it. So take one breath right now. Unclench your jaw. Let your shoulders drop. You don't have to wait until everything is resolved to feel okay. Choose that state now, because that state is what lets you see what's already here. If this resonated with you, subscribe, because this channel is about exactly this kind of thing. Real stories, real shifts, practical tools from energy healing, manifestation, and the science of the mind, all in plain language. And drop a comment below. What's something in your life right now that might already be in motion and you just haven't seen it yet? I'll see you in the next one.